She stood trembling in court. 9 red lights, speeding, violations stacked like bricks against her, and yet she didn't look like a criminal. She looked like someone running from something or someone. And in that courtroom, with cameras rolling and eyes watching from all over the world, one judge was about to uncover a story that would leave millions speechless. This isn't just a court case, it's a lesson in empathy, in judgment, and in redemption. "Good morning, Gladys. What are we going to do with you?" Judge Caprio's voice wasn't angry. It wasn't cold. It was filled with something unexpected. Compassion. Gladys stood before him, a woman with tired eyes, a nervous smile, and a soul worn thin by struggle. 9 red lights, speeding tickets, each one a dagger in her file. Inspector Quinn read the charges like a rap sheet, but the judge looked deeper. "Look at this innocent little girl," he said, more to himself than anyone else, because that's what he saw. Not a criminal, not a delinquent, but a woman who looked broken. "Do you work?" he asked. "Yes, I work for a staffing agency. I'm a recruiter," she replied. Her voice was soft, like someone used to whispering, like someone used to hiding. "Do you have children?" "One, a daughter. She's 9. She's in school right now." The judge nodded, but something in her eyes said there was more. Much more. And then it came. "Your Honor?" She hesitated. The courtroom got quieter. "I was in a domestic violence relationship. A lot of those tickets. They happened when I was running away." The words hung in the air, like a sudden gust of wind that silences everything. "He would chase me, sometimes with my daughter in the car. I wasn't speeding to be reckless. I was speeding to survive." Her voice cracked. A murmur rippled through the court. And for a moment, every ticket, every red light, every violation made sense. Judge Caprio leaned back in his chair. You could see it in his eyes. He wasn't just calculating fines. He was feeling the weight of a life. "We are very sensitive to matters involving personal safety, Art," he said. "And we're not going to get into the details, but I understand." He turned to Inspector Quinn, who gave a small nod of agreement. Then the judge did what few in power ever do. He paused. He breathed. He chose compassion. "I'm going to inquire into your ability to pay these fines." Gladys nodded, wiping her tears. "There are," the judge continued, "some very generous people in this world." And then he told her a story about a man named Isf Barras from Kingston, Pennsylvania. A stranger, someone who had never met Gladys, but who had sent a check for $100, asking the judge to use it to help someone in need. "I'm going to use that $100 to help you," the judge said. Gladys gasped, but he wasn't done. The Fields family from Phoenix, Arizona also sent in $75. Immigrants, people who knew struggle, who wanted to ease someone else's burden. "We're using that for you too." Gladys could barely speak, but still, there was more. Zanam Mua Coaching from California sent in $50, asking that I help someone who deserves it. And you do. Total help, $225. Her fine, $350. She owed only $125 now, but the judge wasn't done. Because sometimes justice isn't about the law, it's about love. Tears welled in her eyes. The courtroom blurred. This wasn't about money anymore. It was about being seen, being heard. "Can I give you a hug?" she asked. "Come on up here," the judge said. And she did. She walked up, slowly, gratefully, and in front of cameras, guards, court officials. She wrapped her arms around the man who didn't judge her for her past. He judged her humanity. That moment, millions watched it online and cried. We live in a world that often feels cold, where the poor get punished, where victims are silenced, where red lights matter more than red flags. But this courtroom, this one small room in Providence, Rhode Island, reminded the world what real justice can look like. Not rigid, not robotic, real. Judge Frank Caprio didn't just make headlines for dismissing tickets. He made history for seeing people. Single moms, struggling veterans, teenagers working night shifts. and yes, women running from abusers. He listened. He asked questions others didn't. He brought heart into a system built on rules. Gladys isn't just a name in a court file. She's a symbol of what people survive, of what they hide behind tired smiles, of what they carry behind the wheel. And Judge Caprio? He's a reminder that sometimes the most powerful thing you can offer someone isn't a verdict, it's kindness. So here's the question. If a judge can show this much compassion inside a courtroom, what can you do outside of it? The next time someone cuts you off in traffic, or seems distant, or is struggling, pause. Ask what story they might be living, because behind every violation, behind every mistake, there might be a Gladys, and sometimes what they need most is